Life is a funny thing sometimes, and the reason I say that is because sometimes you don't know what to expect from it. Because every time I expect something to happen, nothing happens, but when you least expect it, that's when shit happens. I don't know why, but that's pretty much this unwritten rule of life, which I both love and hate at the same damn time. So let me take you back to senior year not that long ago. So I moved to a new neighborhood and it was pretty quiet. But I miss my old neighborhood since I know more people in that previous one. And it had a clubhouse that includes a gym and a pool. Unlike the new one, which only had like a small ass kiddie pool. So I was heading to the new bus stop until I saw my friend from school, which was a surprise since I didn't know that he was in this neighborhood. So when I saw him in the bus stop, I was like, oh shit, what's up? We will call him Carlos. Why Carlos, you may ask? Because he's Hispanic, duh. Don't think too hard. So I was excited to see him since we didn't have any classes together, but we be seeing him in the hallways and in the bathroom since he's a fucking fiend. But a cool guy. Overall, we're both big ass extroverts, but he knew more people than me, and that's where his friend comes in, Julian. Now, me and Julian, we seen each other, but we barely spoke to each other in the first semester until he got sent to ALC, which is where all the YNs get sent to. If that doesn't work out, then it's juvenile detention. So when he realizes that me and Carlos are cool, then he's cool with me, since they used to have beef with each other, but now they are ride or die for each other. But I kept my distance since I know I'm playing with fire, because he has beef with my core friend group, which is a story of itself. But to put it briefly, there's this dude, we're gonna call him Tay, this wannabe gangster dude, trying to mess with me and my crew by making threats and snitching on us. So we confronted him, but considering that he has a crew of himself that Julian and Carlos are a part of. But Carlos is cool with almost everyone, while Julian wanted all the smoke. But since Tay likes to burn bridges with everyone, things became a lot more complicated with beef within beefs type of situation. Now, one thing about Julian is that this guy is a ticking time bomb, but I was cool with him since we be interacting in the ISS room together in school suspension. But unlike him, I was there for finishing my credits with online classes, and it gave me the opportunity to be on his good side before shit got real, cause bro is the definition of a delinquent and he's a hustler. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So we all go to the same bus, so every day we walk together when the bus drops us off. Mainly funny shit and the drama that be going around school, which is most of the people on our bus are involved in. So our bus is full of delinquents with some chill guys that just stay out of the mix. So there's this girl, we're gonna call her Felicia, who's known for being for the streets. And her brother, we're gonna call him Cocoa Puff or Alligator. I don't know. One of both, because his head's built like a Cocoa Puff and he has alligator buck-ass teeth. And it doesn't help that he has a big mouth that gets him in trouble with people and the teachers. Like my math teacher had beef with this guy to the point where he wrote him up and kicked him out plenty of times. With him always saying, Jesus Christ! Like, shut up! The other people in that bus includes a silly dude on crack that thinks he's funny, but he's actually not funny. Julian's ex, who's a walking bop, and a stud who failed 2 times and wants to be hot and cold with everybody. Bipolar, pretty much. Why are these people important in this story? Because those are the people that are going to escalate this story. So Julian had a toxic relationship with this girl named Jennifer, and in that time they were taking a break. And although he still kept his hustle and all that, I can tell that it's bothering him. And usually people keep their emotions in until they're under some influence. And that's what happened on the bus one fateful day. So the bus had cameras, but that didn't stop these fiends from doing what they do best, which is smoking that gas. But that's when shit happens. That's where emotions started coming out and it became a whole roasting session. I don't know who started it, but I know that Felicia was adding fuel to the fire by roasting Julian only for Julian to expose her, saying that she's a bop and try to get with him at one point when they were working at Pizza Hut together. Obviously, her brother Alligator, the Franklin the Turtle looking ass, didn't like that shit and started defending his sister by saying very personal shit, and everyone was just laughing along with the stud trying to instigate some more. The personal stuff that Alligator was saying is stuff about his personal life, his personal relationship, and also the fact that he's a trapper. And Julian was just roasting him on some funny shit, which made us laugh even more because it was entertaining. And he said, "I'ma see your Cocoa Puff ass outside then." Now, we were all in the moment. We were just laughing. We thought he wasn't being serious, but I underestimated this motherfucker. Because when the bus stopped, he followed Felicia and Cocoa Puff outside the bus stop and started squaring up against him, putting his pants up and everything, while Alligator, Franklin the turtle looking ass, is stretching his neck and shit like he's gonna pull some kung fu shit. Like, you're not Miguel from Cobra Kai, stop it. Me and Carlos, we see this and we immediately ran to that place after the bus dropped us off to see the fight, which we see Julian pick him up after Cocoa Puff try to pull a karate move on him just to slam him in the floor and do some punches, going crazy on the screen. But eventually he stopped because one, his sister was there trying to play peacemaker, and two, when the whole fight started, the bus driver saw what's happening and some passing cars as well. So obviously it doesn't take that much time for somebody to call the freaking cops. So after that whole fiasco happened, Julian told us to get out of here since they already called the cops. Me and Carlos, we looked at each other and almost telepathically, we were thinking the same thing. We both ran our asses off. We went together since he didn't live very far from me. And out of desperation, I deleted the fight because I was paranoid that the cops would find out. And I was just trying to graduate, man. Like, I did not want it to get in trouble. But nothing happened to me. But to him, he got into some deep shit. Because next morning at the bus stop, Felicia and Cocoa Puff, along with the mom, went to see the police. And they explained how he looked like. They even had his Instagram and everything. They pulled every receipt in the book. While my ass was watching it all unfold. And I was like, yeah, he is so cooked. That's until I saw him a few hours later in the bathroom. And he told me that him and his dad talked to the cop and gave him a warning. Even though he saw his Instagram, which his highlights are him with a gun and also smoking. And the cop was a young black cop who was chill and he didn't care too much about the gun part since we live in a state where it's legal to buy one. And he looked like he was in his mid-20s, so he knows that most teenagers experience with weed already. So he just let him rock. So that didn't get him in trouble at all until he tried to fight one of my friends in my group. And that's when he got sent to ALC. I'm going to explain the beef between my crew and Carlos's crew, but that's the story for another time. The only person that I stayed in contact after the whole thing was Carlos. But after I graduated, I barely saw Julian again. But that's how life is. Sometimes people leave and people stay. All I know is that when it comes to the people that come into your life, that they be making stupid decisions, which make for crazy ass stories. So watch who you hang around.